Italy, the most successful European team in World Cup history. A proud footballing nation, as passionate for the game as for life itself. World Cup champions in 2006, but crashing to their worst ever result in 2010, needing a new style, a new direction. Enter a new coach, investing faith in a new group of young attacking stars, like the charismatic, controversial, unpredictable Mario Balotelli. The Azzurri is on the march again. Italy's newfound confidence may be mainly based on a new look. But ironically, that new look depends on their oldest outfield player and a hero from the 2006 World Cup triumph, Andrea Pirlo. Despite being 35 by the time the tournament in Brazil begins, Pirlo is still demonstrating his status as one of the world's best deep-lying midfielders.
Andrea Pirlo is football for us, and he's never wanted to become a character. He's very down-to-earth, very normal. He's always a fantastic player on the field, so congratulations to Andrea.
He was Italy's brightest star at Euro 2012, and in 2013 Bloomberg named Pirlo as the 5th best footballer in Europe. With technique, vision and invention, Pirlo remains a key player in the Azzurri lineup. He played in 9 of Italy's 10 qualifying matches and is even more effective now that Italy is less dependent on him. With the likes of Claudio Marchisio, Daniele De Rossi and Riccardo Montolivo shifting into different positions at different times, Pirlo becomes a value-added proposition rather than the key to the attack. And that brings us to the attack. An on-song Mario Balotelli and Pablo Osvaldo are a potent strike force. With Balotelli, coach Cesare Prandelli has succeeded where others have failed. The talent was always there, but the discipline wasn't.
I have already said it, and I will say it again. In my opinion, Mario Balotelli is a first-string player, but he has to have not only personality, but also to have capacity to stand this kind of pressure.
Balotelli's transformation into a consistent performer for both club and country has been dramatic. His performances during the 2013 Confederations Cup were inspiring, and had he not left early due to injury, could have applied the spark to take the Azzurri that step further. Balotelli scored 5 goals during qualifying, finishing the campaign as Italy's top scorer, while Pablo Osvaldo bagged 4. Argentine-born striker Osvaldo was first called up in 2011, but dropped for Euro 2012. Something of a wild child, his late 20s have brought a more mature approach. Then there's Giuseppe Rossi fighting his way back from injury. Youngster Stefan El Shaarawy showing glimpses of form. And veteran Alberto Gilardino waiting in the wings. All potent strikers adding to Italy's new and versatile brand. Central defenders Giorgio Chiellini, Andrea Bazzali, Leo Bonucci and goalkeeper and captain Gigi Buffon are all from Juventus. And with near 300 caps between them, there's plenty of experience with which to marshal the goalmouth. That could also count against them, with a lack of pace in an ageing backline. It's been said that this could be one of the worst Italian defences ever. But that's unfair considering how the team has morphed into a more attacking side, with fullbacks such as Abate and Pascal tireless in their efforts to support higher up the pitch. The defence is still well stocked. That's always been true for Italy, so there is always the option to revert to the original game plan. But Prandelli won't do that. The old defensive ways of the Azzurri had a name, Catenaccio. Methodical, thoughtful and tactical, it brought them success in every era. In particular, their World Cup victories of 1934, 38, 82 and 2006. Names like Dino Zoff, Roberto Baggio or Paolo Rossi have defined the nation's success down the years. With the likes of Fabio Cannavaro, Francesco Totti and Alessandro Del Piero uniting for their last major success. The World Cup in Germany was Italy at its peak, but when Marcello Lippi quit, replacement Roberto Donadoni had short tenure, sacked after their quarter-finals defeat at Euro 2008. And even with Lippi reinstated, there was no hiding from the disaster of South Africa 2010. Holders failed to get past the first round, and with Italy failing to win a single game, the first time they'd been bundled out in the group stage since 1974. A new approach was needed. Enter Cesare Prandelli. Prandelli was seen as an open, attack-minded coach at club level and immediately emphasised the need for more positive, possession-based football. And the Italians' association with the word catenaccio was over.
In the last 2 years, our goal has been to get people and fans closer to the Italian national team and the Azzurri's jersey, and the national team closer to the people. We have become united like one person, something extraordinary, because we represent Italy in the world.
Prandelli selected youngsters from everywhere. Mario Balotelli, Giuseppe Rossi, Stefan El Shaarawy and even Angelo Ogbonna and Marco Verratti were picked while still playing in Serie B. The Italian way of relying on the older, more experienced heads was phased out, and faith was placed in a new generation. Cesare Prandelli's faith in his young stars was repaid, as Italy stormed to the final of Euro 2012, even if only to lose 4-0 to world champions Spain. But the sides met again in the semi-final of the 2013 Confederations Cup, and this time it was much tighter. After a goalless draw in normal time, it took the lottery of penalties to decide Spain as the victor. The Azzurri were undefeated in World Cup qualifying, finishing top of the European Group B table, winning 6 of their 10 matches and drawing 4. They scored 19 goals, 9 of them by the forward-line duo of Balotelli and Osvaldo, and conceded just 9. They had their place in Brazil sewn up with 2 matches to go, enabling Prandelli to experiment in what would otherwise have been a surprise 2-2 draw at home to Armenia in the final qualifying match. They didn't need to win it, and that's a message symbolic of the way the new Italian team is being judged, beyond a scoreline. Prandelli has made the Azzurri fun to watch and fun to be a part of. That might be just what is needed to recapture the magic and bring a 5th World Cup back to Italy.